Well, good evening, darlings, my little cherubs, and a very warm welcome to Thursday Night Live. And I am overjoyed. I'm knackered. What a day it's been. I'm going to tell you all about that. But I'm delighted to be here with you for the next hour in the company of my beautiful bugs, my treasured inner scrotum, as we wave away Thursday and we welcome in Friday, Poets' Day. Piss off early. Tomorrow's Saturday. And we will be doing so, of course, in the company of our perennial pals, a matching pair of his and hers, highly powered hedgehogs of truth, complete with their firstborn. 2 ton Ted the Tenting Tin is still empty and sulking on the windowsill. However, the Netty Petty Piss Spot is going to get a tickle. Sean's box is going to get a pounding. I've got something to open, not got a clue what it is. And of course, we've got the community portable electronic telephonic device upon which you could, some would argue should, and I hope will leave a massage. You might also notice that the table has been blessed with some rather lovely flowers. You might also notice that I'm looking a bit blurry, and I'm guessing that my internet is on a go slow tonight. Nothing whatsoever I can do about it, so just enjoy the fact that you can't see me clearly. Now then, I've got lots of things I want to talk to you about tonight, so I need to crack on, and that means seeing exactly who is with us, what you're talking about, all of that kind of thing. Basically, dealing with your comments, because they are, let's face it, the meat and potatoes of this Greg sausage roll that we are currently not eating because we couldn't find the Greg's. I didn't want Greg's. Big Tall Steve wanted Greg's. He ended up with a sausage roll, amongst other things, but not the one that he wanted, sadly. But that's life. Life is full of disappointments, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to see who's with us, what you've got to say. Normal chat applies, tell us what you've been eating, obs. But I'm not going to do that until I have a goodly slurp of my wine, because my God, I am ready for this. I left the cottage today at 11:30, 12 o'clock, somewhere around there, and I've literally just got in. I'm knackered. Right, cheers, darlings. Your very good health. It's been a good day. Lots of things to tell you. Bottoms up if you're lucky, lads. Up yours if you're not careful, ladies. Do not be taken unawares, and keep your hand on your halfpennies. That's my advice. And above all, to each and every one of you, with positivity oozing down one nostril and sincerity oozing out of my back bottom, get stuffed. Thank you so much. Here we go. Oh, is it focusing on the wrong thing? Is that what it is? Is it not focusing on me? Oh, a voice message, an early one. Well, why not get in early?
Boaty, dear boy.
Hello.
Found that box as if Nigel Farage turned up at your house one day and took a nice big shit on your counter. Night, you wanker.
What a lovely thought. Right, it's an early pounding then. First up, the Netty Petty Piss Pot is going to get a tickle. 3, 2, 1, in it pops. Lovely, that's doing well. And then Sean's box. My goodness me. Feel how much that weighs. How's that? Is that in? Oh, that's not blurry at all, is it? The camera's just focusing on the wrong thing. Can I press something? What about if I press the screen there? No, it doesn't do anything, does it? Anyway, £1, £1. 3, 2, 1. £1 box. Thank you, Simone. Right then. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just a depth of field focus issue. For some reason, the camera wants to focus on the flowers, doesn't it? No idea why. Oh well. I suppose it hasn't had flowers for a while, has it? Right. I will scroll back to the beginning of the massages. Let's see who's with us. In no particular order of arrival or merit. Stu 69 through K. Emma Lemon of the eponymous YouTube channel Emma Lemon. Tonic 110, Paulie Galtieri, the lovely Richard. Coddy, the Edit Queen, the lovely Coddy. Pete Yedo, hello mate, I haven't seen you for a while. Yeah. Simone, Hooked on Classics. I'm whizzing through because the same people are commenting, which is nice. Josh Homan, Josh is with us all the way from New York. Good to be here, says he, and it's great to have you as always. And good evening to one and all. Peter P is with us. Good evening, Pufflings. Good evening to you, my lovely chap. Diesel Forever 99, the lovely Sean. Evening all. Good evening to you. God, what are you going on about? Dear, oh dear. Okay. Matron joins us, the lovely matron, matriarch of the community and owner stroke operator of the community bosom. Of course, good evening to you, matron. Stratosphaedian is with us. Good evening, Boaty and Boggs. Hello to you. Alan Simpson, greetings, Honourable Bridges. Greetings to you, Alan. The Honourable Minister of Ducks. Quite right too. Kay Camper, the lovely Ange. Good evening to you, my lovely. Andrew Buttigieg, the fabulous Ivor Spotty Botty, of course. Oh, did I miss? Yeah, I did. Nigel Fleck, 00 Garage, of course. Good evening, sir. How the devil are you? Oh, flowers, indeed. Benoit is with us. JB2, good evening. Mike P, hello. Yes, the camera does appear to be focused. I don't know why the camera's focusing on that. No idea. And I don't know what I can do about it, to be honest. Hey ho, Boaty, how's life, the universe, and everything? Asked Pete. And today, it's pretty good. Right, if anybody knows how to stop move the flowers, the camera's focusing on them. Okay. Oh, hang on, it's better. Before I did that, it was already better. There you go, that's all right now, isn't it? That's all right now, I think. We can have another go, if need be. Did you see Greg's are about to open a pub? No, I didn't. Will I be going? No. No, I'm back out of focus again, aren't I? It's definitely focusing on the flowers. What about if I move those here? See what that does. It's no better, is it? Oh, well, anyway. No, that's made absolutely no difference. As far as I can see. Oh, the wine's slipping down nicely. Kegon One, good evening to you. Oh, the lovely Diana, very own hippie head mistress. You all know what to do. Right, move the flowers. I've moved the flowers. It hasn't helped. Look, I'll put the flowers over here. There you go. The flowers are gone. We can no longer blame the flowers. They are very easy to get in and out of, you know. They really are. Simone gets paid tomorrow. That's handy. Useful stuff. We demand Madame Fanny. My damn Fanny. My damn Fanny. Madame, it's Madame Fanny again. We'll come on to that. Stratospherian says, take an object and move it all the way up to the camera lens and then move it backwards towards your end of the table. Okay. There you see, I'm a good boy. I've done as I'm told.
Boaty, with your camera, get something, put it close up to the screen of the phone, then slowly move it away to your end of the table and it should refocus.
Oh, what a good idea. I'll try that. Does that work? Time to top the wine up. Oh, God, I'm looking forward to getting to bed. Oh, how old are you when you're just looking forward to getting to bed and there's nobody in there with you? Dear me. I'm looking forward to my supper first, though. I'm hungry. I didn't have a proper lunch. Jimmy Quinn, good evening. I'm still out of bloody focus, so all of your clever ideas haven't done a damn thing, have they? Barry Scrutter, good evening to you. And Kegon One quite rightly says it's not such a bad thing, him being slightly out of focus. Right, brilliant. I've caught up with the comments. I need to be on it today. Right, let me tell you about today then. In a slightly out of focus kind of way. Look, focus on my hand. Look, there. Focus on that. Do something useful. It's focusing on the bloody thing there, isn't it? Yeah, it's focusing on the bloody cruet set. See if that does anything. Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, hey. Hey, oh, hey, hey. Oh, that's worked. That's worked. Right. And now let's just move you back a little bit. And see if that holds the focus. I've not moved it quite as far back. Let's have a look. It's focusing on my arm nicely. Stay in focus, you bastard. Oh, there you go. That's all right, isn't it?
Boaty, follow my instructions to the letter, clearly, okay? Put your hand right up where the camera lens is, and then very slowly pull it back, 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 back to where you're going to be sitting. Slowly, slowly.
But it's all right now, isn't it? Right. Slowly. Slowly. Very, very slow. Ow, candles hot. Right. There you go. There you go. That's as much as I'm prepared to do with that. Yeah, you're right. It didn't work. Right, Sally, I want to tell you about today. I don't care if I'm blurry. I don't give a shiny shittington. Right, today began with me waking up in bed, as it so often does. And waking up is a good start to the day, I find. So I got up, I bounded downstairs, full of enthusiasm. Is it worth cleaning the lens? That couldn't hurt, I suppose. God, what a bloody fandango. Bum, bum, bum. Look at me, focus. Right, anyway, so I got up, bounded down the stairs, full of enthusiasm, and what did I do? Oh, right, I had 2 sausages, so I put them in a frying pan with the idea of making a sausage sandwich, and I did make a sausage sandwich, and I enjoyed it. And then there were a flurry of emails. And the upshot of the flurry of emails were that I've signed a deal with All Powers, the brand All Powers. So basically, for a period of 1 calendar month, I will be exclusively representing the brand. I will be receiving a solar generator package, so the solar panels and the power station, and presumably some things to connect the two together. I don't really know how they work. I just know that I need one, and I'll be making a video or videos about that. I've also agreed an affiliate deal with them going forwards. So if you buy anything from the brand under my auspices, then 2 things. One, you will get a 10% discount, I believe, if you go through my link. But also, as a brand affiliate, I will get a very generous percentage of the sale as a commission. So that's a win-win. You'll save money and the channel will earn money. And Nettie is going solar. So so we're going to have a power station and we're going to have some solar and all of that. And that's quite exciting. So that was a pretty good beginning to the day in my book. They're nice people. The terms of the contract were, I thought, perfectly reasonable. Perfectly reasonable, I thought. More than reasonable. And I'm perfectly happy to work with them. Now, the brand exclusivity is only contracted to a month, but you know, there would be no reason why, if it works out, we couldn't continue to do something going forward. Excuse me. So yeah, so that happened, and then I had a perfectly reasonable sausage sandwich, 2 sausages which I cleft in twain, lengthways. Obviously, I'm not a savage. 2 slices of tiger loaf, buttered. Obviously, I'm not a savage. And I applied an artistic drizzle of HP sauce. Obviously, I'm not a savage. And I finished it with a light to moderate, more light than moderate, dusting of ground white pepper. Obviously, I'm not a savage. This morning I had 3 cups of coffee, rather than my normal 2, because there was a slight delay, which enabled me to do all of the washing up, so I haven't come home to a mess. Everything's all cleaned and ready, so that was all good. What happened then was my mate, my long-term mate, Big Tall Steve, you all know him. He rocked up in his in his Volvo that I drove on a video, trying to keep up with him and his TBR. And we set off on a road trip down to a town called Evesham in Worcestershire. Very close, within a couple of miles of Broadway, where we were a couple of weeks ago in the company of the fabulous Jen in Nettie. But not quite Broadway. We kind of went into Evesham Town Centre. We stopped at a service area at about 2 o'clock in search of some luncheon. There was a posh doings place in there, and Steve had 4 sausage rolls, some donuts, a Cornish pasty, and some potato wedges. I decided that I'd go to the McDonald's, and I ordered a mayo chicken and a small fries. After 20 minutes of waiting, and there were still about 35 people with orders in front of me, I cancelled the thing and buggered off because I couldn't wait any longer. You know, we needed to get to where we were going, and I needed to get back to the restaurant. So I was lunchless. Oh, and I did pay for Steve's lunch because he very kindly gave me a lift down there, which was incredibly kind of him. And Steve, thank you very much indeed. And we had an ace time. I love going for drives with Steve. The longer, the better. The conversation just flows. We've been friends for over 2 decades. We're not in each other's pockets. You know, we can go days, weeks, months sometimes without catching up. But when we catch up, we do it properly. And of course, Steve has just got the motorhome bug. Partly, he says, thanks to seeing Nettie. And he has just had a month traveling around Europe in his motorhome with his good lady, Nikki. And I do mean just, he got back on Saturday, I think. So I wanted to hear all about that, and I did. So it was wonderful. But as I told you at the very end of last night's live stream, the purpose of the journey was to go and look at, and I suppose potentially purchase, a car, a daily. Right, so let me tell you all about that. Actually, let me just catch up with the comments in case there's something that I really shouldn't miss. How far back have I got to go? Okay, somewhere around here. Let's have a look. Oh, the M11 is cracking down, apparently. The artist formerly known as the motorway between East London and Cambridge. Nice one, Boaty. Congrats. Thank you, Keg on one. Oh, Matron, you had exactly the same idea as me. You had exactly the same as I hadn't read that, and you did the same thing. There we are. Shall I put the flowers back? I'm going to put the flowers back. They're lovely. They're lovely. I like the flowers being there, and it's not focusing on me anyway. So let's have the flowers. I need to place them correctly because I'm not a savage, darlings. I'm not a savage. Some people think I am, but I disagree. We're all entitled to an opinion, even a wrong one. Let's have another look at the comments. So keep in your mind that me and Steve are going down to look at a car, right? A potential daily. That's great, Boaty. Power station in Netty, says Sean. Netty going solar doesn't make sense in a country that's not sunny, says Josh. Josh, have you ever been to the UK? Simple question. Have you ever been to the UK? Because you should have seen it. Well, oh, it could be more carpet samples. Boaty, bring Nettie to our campsite in Wales, says Mike P. Tell me where it is. Tell me where it is, and I will. I'll try to anyway. Benoit, you're not far away. Dan, good evening to you. Is anyone familiar with Dalgethly? Dan was in Evesham the other day. Now we're discussing service stations. I went past lots of ex little chefs today. Emma Lemon says he actually does wake up with a big fart. Actually, highly amusing to be woken with that as your alarm reverberating around the cottage. Do you know what? I can't argue with that because I was watching a short of mine yesterday that I haven't watched for ages. I think it's called How to Get Out of an Overcab Bed. And it was a morning in Netty where and this was genuine. I didn't fake this. I got up for my wee. I got up for my early morning wee, and before I went back to bed and went back to sleep in Netty, I thought I'll set the camera up because at that point I hadn't filmed the getting out of bed in the morning thing. So I thought I'll film that. So I set the camera up, set it running, went back to bed and went back to sleep and whatnot. And that was that. Woke up, got out of bed, there it was on film. When I came to do the edit, sure enough, just before I woke up, I did unleash the most enormous whizbot, quite a whopper, and I was asleep when I did it, and I don't know if the whizbot woke me up or so. I'm quite prepared to believe that that's something that I do before waking up. Normally, I would say that Emma is, just stirring the proverbial. But I have actual video evidence that that is an actual thing. That's such a tiny meal, says Emma. I couldn't deal with that. It's more than enough for me. Mayo chicken and a small fries. That's fine. Bear in mind, I'd had a sausage sandwich for breakfast. That's more than enough, or would have been more than enough. I didn't get it. You don't get a body like this by accident, darlings. You have to be a bit careful. I'd imagine, says Sean, that Windybum Cottage smells of wine, farts, and old staff curry. It probably does. Tonic 110 is off to bed. Good night, all. Sleep well and stay safe. Oh, that's kind. Yeah, spare the thought for the people in the tent. I must have traumatized some people on Monday night. That was a real thing. That wasn't a made up thing for a laugh on the video and on the live stream. I did that. I actually did that. And I laughed my ass off. I absolutely laughed my ass off. Emma says it doesn't smell of any of that, actually, Sean, oddly enough. No, Windy Bottom smells lovely. It smells of 700-year-old cottage. Some deleted messages. Thank you, as always, to my moderation team of Emma and Tracy, matron in the M11. What's in the package? We're going to find out shortly. Boaty, you need to come to, oh, Christ almighty, Coombe, oh, dear. Coombe, oh, Lord above. Coombe Heath, I don't know. North Wales, south. North Wales, open bracket, south, close bracket. So is that the south of North Wales, or that's confusing? They're beautiful flowers. Wow, says Emma, lovely roses. It smells like a slightly damp charity shop. How dare you? How dare you, Emma? Probably does. I don't know what it smells like. I can't smell. You've never been to the UK, Josh. That would explain it then. Oh, yeah, I would like to. Fortin. Yeah, I need to go there. I need to go there with the tower and all that. Oh, Corrie, you are posh. Black Lions, good evening to you. Good evening. Me? Stirring? Never. The campsite is on the border of mid Wales, but still north. That's doable, Mike P. That's doable. I could do that. I'd love to do that. You mean you have that body on purpose, says Nigel? I do. I do. What's in the package? We're going to find out. Did you have any follow-up from Melanini a few nights ago, Boaty? Asked JB2. No, she doesn't talk to me. She doesn't talk to me. She won't reply to messages. Just total sent to Coventry, blank, not a sausage. No. There you go. But apparently she still watches the live streams. Because I do know that she loved you lot to bits. She loves the community, and whilst I don't think she had any compunction whatsoever in deciding to have absolutely nothing to do with me, I know that she regretted losing you lot. She did say it was a shame before she completely stopped talking to me. So no, absolutely no follow-up at all. But I'm sure you're watching this, Melanini Panini. So hope you well. Hope you well, love. Bloody hell, he's on top of the comments, says Black Lines. Yeah, almost. I'm trying to tell you stuff. What does Boaty do to all of these women? Not all of them. Right, there we are. Looks like I've caught up with the comments again. Jolly good. Right, so where were we? Okay, so we've stopped at the services. I didn't have lunch. Steve gave me 2 of his sausage rolls, which I gratefully accepted and ate. And he offered me his last donut, which I didn't eat because I don't eat sugary crap, basically. Not because I'm some fitness freak, not because I've got some moral high ground, just because I don't like sugary food. When I was a kid, I liked sugary food, but then I became an athlete. Well, I was kind of always an athlete, and you don't eat that shit. You don't eat it. So even though I'm a fat bastard now, and being an athlete is a long lost memory, I still don't. I still eat well, and you know, the idea of me eating a donut, never ever going to happen. Never going to happen. I don't eat anything sugary or sweet, or I don't eat desserts. I don't like chocolate. I must be the only person in the world who doesn't like chocolate. Um, the kids used to give me a chocolate orange for Christmas, part of my Christmas pack, and I never ate it before the next Christmas. They always had to finish it off. I don't do sweet or sugary. Doesn't like chocolate. How's that possible? Right. So we find the house and the car that's being sold. I'm going to tell you this story. I'm determined. And immediately looking at the car, my heart totally sank because it looked fine from like 25 yards. It's a 25 yarder. But on close inspection, it was a shed. There wasn't a straight panel on it. Every panel had some kind of compromise or imperfection. And I thought, oh, what a shame. What a shame. And we hadn't knocked on the door or anything like that. We were just having a look at the car. And the immediate temptation was to just kind of walk away and say that, yeah, no, this is, nah, it's a bit of a shed. It's a bit of a shed. But obviously, we'd been spotted looking around the car. I'd been messaging the owner, and he came out and greeted us. And I liked him immediately. He was a foreign chap. I didn't ask, but I'm going to guess Polish. He had an amazing handshake, and I put quite a lot into handshakes, and he had the perfect handshake. And Steve introduced me and himself, and he introduced himself to me, and I just liked him immediately. And we started talking about the car, and he was just the nicest guy ever. The nicest guy ever. The car was his daughter's first car. Now, he insisted, he took on board that the car had multiple imperfections and was like a bloody rubbish skip inside. But he said, it's my daughter. You think the car is bad? You should see her bedroom. I thought, yeah, don't want to do that. But I totally get that. I've had daughters, 5 of them. I know what they're like, especially when they're like teenagers. And it was a first car. And when we have a first car, that's the car that we make our mistakes in. So you expect a few steps. Now, as I say, there's not a straight panel on it. Every panel has got a dent or a scratch or a scuff or some lacquer peel, or has had a biff and has been repainted imperfectly. Looks fine from 25 yards, would look fine in the rain. There's nothing massively disfiguring, but when you actually look around it, it's a shed. And inside, oh my God, what a skip! What a skip! But then we start talking about the car mechanically, and he took me out for a drive, and it's clear that that as a really good father, I said, what about this? He said, of course, it's my daughter's car. It has to be safe. It has to be perfect. Um, and it's very clear that mechanically he had his daughter might have abused it in terms of leaving cake and buns that had gone stale 9 months ago in the door pockets, and the car just being absolutely bloody filthy. And she might have driven into a few things and opened the door unwisely and that kind of thing. But it's obvious that he'd really, really mechanically made sure that it was safe for his daughter. So the car had clutch and dual mass flywheel very, very recently, cost of 800 quid. 3 new tyres. One is going to need replacing for the next MOT. Recently fully serviced. New brakes all round, pads, discs, everything. And the car drove absolutely grand. So then I was kind of a little bit torn. And Steve told me, he said, this car isn't you, mate. This car isn't you. You've got that thing. We've done a long journey and you don't want to waste it. Don't talk yourself into it. The car isn't for you. It's not for, it's not a you car. It's not up to your standards and whatnot. And I thought, well, you're right. You are right. If it was a car to be, but I was thinking of this for a daily. And so I'm thinking the problem that I've got with daily cars, the reason I don't want to use Officer Crabtree or Yvette Carte Blanche, well, Officer Crabtree is too big and not quite economical enough. The reason I don't want to use Yvette Carte Blanche is because she's too nice, and I don't want to wreck her by using her as a daily through the winter. And they're both really up there on mileage. They've both done 140k. This thing is done 87,000 miles. It's small. It's the 1.6 HDI, same engine that Mimi LeBlanc had, and I know how incredibly economical that is. Really economical, but still with a bit of poke, quite a bit of poke, even more poke in this car, which is a lot smaller and lighter. And I'm thinking the fact that it's visually a bit of a shed, that makes it the perfect daily. I could, she'll get me through the winter. Mechanically, she should be bang on. Everything's been done. Does it matter if it doesn't look perfect? I'm not going to lose my mind when somebody swipes the car when I'm away, like happened with Officer Crabtree, or if I park her in Tesco's and somebody opens the door onto her, or if I slightly bin her, falling off the road in the middle of winter. I thought for a daily, it's all right that she's aesthetically compromised, shall we say. For your daily hack, your slugger, you just want something that's going to be reliable, economical. So I thought, no, actually, I'm not going to, but she did look a lot worse than expected. So negotiations began. And I really lowballed him on an offer. I said, what's your best price? He said, what's your best offer? Good response. we'd been for a drive at this point and we'd got back. Time was marching on as well. I was very aware of that. We've established a bit of a connection. He was a lovely guy. I'm genuinely a really lovely guy. Kind of guy you'd want as a mate. Brilliant handshake. And so I gave him a ridiculously low ball offer. He said, "Oh my God, no, this is not possible." English second language, but his English was, very good. And he said, "No, that's not possible." He said, I at least I need the price of what I paid for the clutch." He said, "So pay for the clutch and you get a free car. You're only buying the new clutch. The rest of the car comes free." And then he came down a bit. I went up a little bit, but we still weren't meeting. And then I came up with an offer, and he said, "I need to speak to my wife." And I thought, "Oh, that's nice. That's nice," because I'm not one of those stupid old school blokes that thinks I wear the trousers, I make the decisions. When I was married and when I've been in relationships, they're partnerships and you do everything together. And I just thought that was really nice. And we went to his house, and his house was beautiful. It was uh, it was on an estate. It wasn't the best estate. There were flats there. Um, it's not, it wasn't nice. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it wasn't a bloody ghetto, but it wasn't nice. I couldn't live there. But his house was beautiful. His front garden, I said, "Oh my God, you have a beautiful garden." And he said, "Oh, it's small. See the back garden? I can do more in the back garden." And his house was spotless. Um, Typical European. Shoes came off at the door. House slippers went on, but he said, "Please don't take your shoes off. That's okay." His back garden was beautiful. House was spotless, amazing. And I just thought I trusted this guy. And uh, and there were two things. I thought, I want to own your car because you are clearly a very good man and a great father. The reason his daughter was selling the car was his daughter is pregnant, and they need a bigger car than a two-seater because there's going to be a child on the way. He's a Peugeot man through and through. He's got a 5008. He knew what he was talking about with the car. And yeah, so we're in the house, and his wife said no to my offer, but she did meet me in between with a price halfway in between my best offer at that point and their best price at that point. And at that point, I thought, yeah, okay, that's fair enough. So he sold the car for less than he paid for the clutch. Never mind all the rest of it, the servicing, the new brakes, the new tires, all of that. And we shook hands and did the paperwork and paid the money. And there you go. That was that. That was that. So yeah, I bought it. But at that point, time was really late. And oh God, it was a torturous journey to get back. And I thought, shit, I'm not going to make it back to work in time. So we went to the local petrol station. I put Steve the fuel in that we'd used because obviously he'd given me a lift and we said our goodbyes. Although we did cross each other on the motorway. when I was, for a particular reason, meandering in the middle lane, and he undertook me and gave me the finger. There was almost half a tank of fuel in the car, so I didn't need to fuel up. Steve fueled up, and we headed on our way. And the traffic was a nightmare. I ended up taking the M6 toll, which cost £10.50 to do about 8 miles, just to avoid the traffic jam on the M42. But cut a long story short, because time is marching on, I got to work 2 or 3 minutes late. I got to work at about 5:33, something like that. But the point is, the car drove fantastically, absolutely fantastically, perfect daily. It's a 207 GTCC, so it's the top of the range little 207 coupe cabriolet CC. So the convertible, but with the hard top roof. Everything works. It's the top of the range. It's got everything. So the roof works, the electric folding roof works. We've tested that. It's got cruise control, speed limiter, full leather interior, dual zone climate control, air conditioning, which works. The only one of my cars that does. What else has it got? It's got parking sensors all around, decent stereo. Stereo controls, multifunction steering wheel, automatic lights, automatic wipers. It's got everything. It's got everything. And it all works. It all works. And it drove fantastically. I got 65 to the gallon driving back to work. And by the time I got home tonight, after jigging about at the restaurant, that was down to 58.3, which is pretty amazing, isn't it? And for a fair bit of that journey, I was walloping along at 85, something like that. It's quick, it's pokey, it's comfortable, everything is light, everything is easy, and it's going to be the perfect daily, and I am over the moon with it. So there you go. So that is Madame Fanny. Full name, Madame Fanny LaFan. And she is now part of the community. She's sitting just out there. And I've got other car news to tell you as well, but I've got a voice note.
Hiya, Boaty.
Hello.
I hope you are well.
I am.
I just wanted to come on quickly and say, pound that box.
Oh.
It needs another pounding.
Oh.
Pound that box. It's sitting there. Pound that box.
Excellent. This is what we like. We like multiple pounding, darlings. We want to get the box full. Right. For the second time. 1 box, 1 pound, 1 pounding. 3, 2, 1. Bosh. In it goes. So, I went directly to work, a couple of minutes late, but that wasn't a problem. And how was work? Well, we were super busy tonight. Forget the summer is all over. Forget the quiet nights, they're all gone. We were busy tonight. Restaurant was full, takeaways, oh my God. All busy. Great for business. And I didn't stop. I couldn't catch my breath until it was about 9:15 before I could stop. Restaurant was full. I was front of house. I was doing the pass. Did a couple of deliveries. Mad. which is why I'm kind of knackered. And to finish off the story, obviously, when I picked up Yvette Carte Blanche, I dropped off Officer Crabtree, and I got a message from John, my mechanic, my new mechanic, about Officer Crabtree's MOT. He failed, but he only failed on a binding rear service brake and a CV gaiter. Now, the MOT was done at my garage, at the local garage at Ladywood, but they're posh. They do their super expensive classics, as you know. It kind of, and they're booked up so far in advance. So, but they've obviously got a standard MOT stroke trusted mechanic relationship with John, because John sent me a message saying needs a CV gaiter for the MOT, and I just replied saying, "Is that all?" Well, that's a result, isn't it? So when I got a chance to draw breath at 9 or whatever, I went online and looked at the. And John said it'll be done tomorrow. I'll get it done tomorrow. So that's great. But I jumped online and looked at the online MOT, and it's got a pass. It failed today. There are some advisories, but it failed on the binding rear brake and the CV gaiter, but then it got a pass. So what they've done, and this is standard if you're in the trade, when you trust the mechanic, you don't get them to bring it back for a retest. You fail it, and then you pass it, and then they take it away, and then they do the work. You've got to trust them to do that. So Officer Crabtree has now got an MOT, and tomorrow the work will actually be done. And tomorrow afternoon at some point, I will get the bus down to the bottom of the hill, hopefully, and pick him up. No idea how much it's going to cost. There's the MOT test itself, there's sorting the brake, there's the CV gaiter, buying it and fitting it, not a clue. But there you go. So as of tomorrow, we're back to having a bit of a fleet. And I'm going to have 3 cars up and running. Officer Crabtree will be MOT'd, ready to go, and will be the tenting car. Yvette Carte Blanche is now sorted, repaired. Need to give her a clean and a valet and all of that. And we now welcome Madame Fanny. Madame Fanny! It's Madame Fanny into the fold. And she will be doing daily service, and I love her to bits. My dad always told me that when you buy a banger, you buy the owner, you don't buy the car. Excuse me. And that's what I did today. I just liked the guy and trusted the guy, and I wanted to buy his car because I thought it would be exactly what he said it would be. And so far, touch wood, it absolutely is. Everything works. I paid 650 of the King's pounds for a car with an MOT that's a hard top electric fold down convertible with full leather interior, and the interior is filthy, but it's undamaged and intact and will clean up beautifully. Okay, the exterior, that's a bit compromised, but you can't see that when you're sitting driving it, and that's what I'm going to be doing day in and day out. And it's got cruise control, speed limiter, dual zone air conditioning and climate control, posh stereo, steering wheel doings, automatic lights, automatic wipers, electric windows, central doings, all of that. 650 quid. You can't grumble. You really can't grumble, can you? I mean, it's a meal out in a restaurant. It's a family meal out in a restaurant, and you get all that much car for it. And it does 65 to the gallon, and it's quick and it's pokey and it's fun to drive. So car wise, it's been a pretty damn good day. So come the weekend, we should be 4/5 of the way there. Crabtree sorted, Nettie sorted, and about to become a lot prettier when I didn't have a chance to do it today, obviously. But we've got all that to fit. And all being well, we will go away in Nettie on Monday. No idea where yet. Um, time seems to crack on. I need to do the video from last Monday, and I've barely started editing it, and it's Friday morning. Yeah, it is. It's Friday morning. I've not even started the edit yet. How do people put out multiple videos per week? I I struggle to put out one these days. Everything's so busy. Um, but yeah, there you go. The fleet is going to be sorted. Minge bag is going to be next on the list. But yeah, so God knows how much Crabtree is going to cost tomorrow. But yeah, we're kind of getting there. We've got Madam Fanny. Um, she's got a short MOT. The MOT is due on the 1st of December, so I've got a couple of months. But I'm so confident that she'll MOT okay. I'm so confident. I had a chat with him about the MOT. I haven't got any worries. And then Madame Fanny, Yvette Carte Blanche, Officer Crabtree, we're going to be sorted. Nettie, of course, and then now we've got a mechanic on board, we can work on Minge Bag. So, yeah, that's been today. A pretty exciting, full on, tiring, but good day. And let's go back to the beginning. We've got the thing with all powers and power station and solar and all of that. So, right, back to the comments, and then it will be time to bugger off. How far back have I got to go? You might want to start saying your good night because it's kind of 4 minutes past. And I do kind of need to eat and sleep and that kind of thing. Oh, how many messages have I missed? Bloody hell. How far back have I got to go? Right, that's as far back as I can go. Okay, I am a few messages behind, clearly. Never mind, let's work through them. Okay. Oh, a Mark 1 Peugeot 106 XTD 1.5 diesel. I had one of those, and I fitted it with an RS steering wheel, and that was brilliant. Just check the old voice notes. No, we're fine. We've done all of the poundings. Oh, I've got this to open, haven't I? Okay, right, let's whisk through the comments. Excuse me. Whizzing through. Food, yes, food. I remember that as well. I want my staff curry. Don't know what no idea what I'm having for lunch tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a bit. God knows when this week's video is going to come out. The flashing nibs. Yes. JB71, good evening to you. A well scratched up shed of a Fanny. Pretty much, yeah. A nice cheap Fanny for the price of a clutch. Well, that's Enigma Spard, isn't it? Took his new Fanny straight to. Oh God! All of the Fanny jokes. All of the Fanny jokes are coming out. The community Fanny, yeah. Council estate Fanny, absolutely. Boaty had to show off his new Fanny to the restaurant family, yes. The woman might have had a messy bedroom, but she had a cracking Fanny. No wonder she was pregnant. Oh my God! Oh dear! Oh dear! Oh dear! Brilliant name, Officer Crabtree. Always liked that one. Oh, Crabbers is going to be. Watch Boaty skip all of the Fanny chat. I've got to skip all of it. I want to go to bed. Boaty, you'd better go camping in Nettie in the winter. We don't care if it's near home. I'm going to. Stay cold. I'm going to. Especially with the power bank. I'm totally going to. Nettie will be all through the winter. Oh my God, all of the Fanny talk. Oh God. Oh dear. Yes, I am going to open the package. Probably about 250 quid or something, I expect, says Dan. Yeah, probably about that. We'll find out tomorrow. And I'll find out just how poor I am. Thankfully, I got a loan from work, hence being able to buy the car. And the fact that I bought the car for less than expected means that the loan was the asking price of the car. So I've got a little bit left over to pay for Crabtree, hopefully. And then I'll just work my ass off to pay it back. Then there are lots of good nights. How far behind am I? Oh, there we are. Right, let's open this. Could be a court summons for all I know. Oh. Oh, the divorce settlement was a long time ago. What's this? New versus dry. Nordic spirit. How to use. Pop it under your lip. Pop one of the soft white nicotine pouches under your top or bottom lip. Number 2, feel the tingle. You'll feel a tingling sensation in your mouth. Number 3, enjoy. Enjoy a fresh nicotine experience for up to 30 minutes, and then get 50% off. And there we are, Nordic Spirit. I think I'll just have I'll try that tomorrow. Tonight I'll just have a cigarette. Put some signage on Fanny advertising Kathmandu Gurkha. That could do. No idea. Oh, hello. Captain Mustard would like us to know that he has just had toast with anchovies. So thank you for that information. Right. On that note, I'm sodding off. I'm going to get a shower. I'm going to get some supper, and then I'm going to get my ass to sleep. I really want to get the video edited tomorrow, but I won't be able to. I've got an appointment in the late morning. I need to start cleaning Madame Fanny. Madame Fanny is filthy. Oh God, a filthy Fanny. What are you going to do with that? Really needs cleaning. And I need to endure some public transport and get down to pick up Officer Crabtree. Hopefully, I will have enough money to pay for it. But then we're sorted for a while, for a couple of months. Nettie's MOT is due in November. But we'll worry about that later. We'll get tomorrow done. We'll have 3 cars on the fleet, all in action, ready to go, legal, sorted, burped. And we'll get the video done hopefully on Saturday and Sunday, get it out for Sunday night. There's going to be a power station and solar gubbins rocking up, and I'm going to have to be a grown-up and do all of that properly. And then on Monday, come hell or high water, I'm getting away in Nettie. No idea where, but we can sort that out. Right, okay, darlings. Where are we? Friday tomorrow, so 2 short but sweets coming up. Later ones, shorter ones, but thank you for being with me tonight, and let me wish you all a safe and peaceful night and a good day ahead. May it bring joy, may it bring pleasure. At the very least, may it be manageable. I'm off. The candle will be relit tomorrow night, later, 11:30, short but sweet, Friday Night Live. Thank you for your company. Can't wait to see you next time. In the meantime, all the love in the world from me. And on that note, pachoo! And indeed. And what comes next? Oh yeah, bosh. Night, darlings. Thank you. Oh, press the wrong thing again. I keep doing that. There.